Activity 2 of our ICTC6212 PoE is evaluating software for 20 marks. Teachers must have the skill to evaluate software, the apps and tech tools that they need to use, to judge their potential effectiveness in achieving lesson outcomes. So it is how appropriate the software is for the content. Consider the 3 tools you have chosen in Activity 1 and evaluate 2 of them by completing the table below. Copy and paste this table into your Word document and answer the questions in relation to the software chosen. Consult page 177 of your textbook for the full table, but I've also already copied this table for you into the Word template that I've uploaded for you on VC Learn. Once you have completed the evaluation, decide which of the 2 software tools or apps will be best suited to achieve your lesson outcomes. Justify your choice in 200 words or less. You can select both tools with justification. So in other words, this activity has 2 parts. The first part is the table, where you do an evaluation of the 2 apps, 2 of the 3 apps that you have chosen in Activity 1. And then the second part is where you write a paragraph of maximum 200 words, where you justify the choice of this, the app that you think will be best suited to achieve your lesson outcomes. So let's look at the table. This is the table. So here, EdTech Tool 1, you write or you type down the name, like for instance, let's say Jamboard, and EdTech Tool 2, you have chosen, let's say, Mathletics. Here you answer questions. This is the question, and you address this question in this column here. So you can use 5 bullet points. You can use A, B, C, D, E, or you can use bullet points, whatever you want. You can have more objectives. You can have a little bit less, but 1, I think, is not enough. So please do a good evaluation of both of these tools. So you go about and answer these questions that they ask in this table. If they only give 1 here, you are welcome to have more than 1 point or bullet point. So what are the objectives of the software? Is the software accessible? How does the software evaluate learners' answers? Does the software design support learning? How are the exercises arranged? Does the program focus on cognitive levels in the exercises? Does the program provide opportunities for pair work, group work, and individual work? Does the program track learners' scores? What kind of activities does the software provide? So here is an example, not really an example, but yes, some tips or like an example of what you can do and how to address these questions. So look through this example in your own time, and please, if you you obviously are going to do some research, so you need to follow the research the rules of using research, and that is to reference correctly. So please indicate where you have done some research by using in-text referencing or paraphrasing. And then you also need to provide a reference list, but you can provide this reference list at the end of the whole PoE. Just a note while I'm working on the reference list, for the infograph activity 1, you do need to provide a reference list in the infograph. So I have forgotten to say that. So please remember, for activity 1, you need to provide a reference list at the end of your infograph at the bottom. You can really do it very small, like this text. I think it looks like about 6 to 8 text font size. So it doesn't have to be big and overwhelming, but you need a reference list at the end of your infograph. Because remember, that is an entity on its own, so it's treated like a poster, and you need referencing there. Right, so part 2 is the text for this activity, where you write a paragraph of 200 words, where you justify your reason for choosing that tool. So the rubric here for activity 2 is for 9 marks. Excellent completion of Tech Tool 1, the 9 questions. So if you have done an excellent evaluation, you can earn 9 marks, good 6 to 8 marks, developing 3 to 5, and poor 0 to 2. So please, people, that's why I say if you only give 1 sentence at each of those questions, it's going to be not enough to earn 9 marks. So please do some research and show that. The same with Tech Tool 2. And then for 2 marks, your justification with reference to the lesson outcomes and results of the evaluation. So the choice of the tool with your justification, 2 marks. That is activity 2.